public comment. We have a full house here. Don't mind, we'll jump right back to here in a second. We'll just take care of a couple of items on our agenda. Approval of the minutes.
Make the motion to approve.
The conversation. All those in favor? Aye. Anyone opposed? Approved. Treasurer's report.
Okay, so our treasurer report, this is our fiscal year end. And I'm not sure what order it's in the book, but our running total. Our running total in June, we also processed an interest income of 88 cents. We also processed the Platz's face forward. And then several checks, face forward, the flower plots, movies in the park, advertising, state map, and music in the park sponsorship. Those have all cleared through the bank as well. Our current spend to date against our budget is $41,223.30. That's our budget versus spend. I also included in here, I accidentally forgot to change the budget for proposal, but it's the approved budget from that was taken to city council and approved as well. And then also just the final of the spend by category by month is included as well. So our ending balance at the end of the fiscal year in our account is $95,012 or $13.33. So starting next month will be on the next fiscal year and against our new budget. So one thing, well, I guess we could go through if there's any questions or if we want to go ahead and do that. Then I have a question.
Motion. I'll second. Motion second. Any discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Anyone opposed?
So my question for the group is, we've gone through a whole fiscal year with this new setup for this and showing the numbers in multiple ways. Do we want to continue this in next fiscal year? Is there something you want to see different, more, less? Anyone?
I like to make it right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's informative, so.
Okay. Thank you.
I don't know when to bring this up, but I was at Bulliger's and they said there's a couple of the umbrellas that aren't working. So I don't know when we want to fix those or.
It depends on when you were at school, because we're quite often doing it as,
Maybe a week ago.
oh, they're probably taken care of.
We'll double check the morning. We switched the punch outs.
Oh, good.
We go down there for lunch, like, because it's also let's eat lunch. So we go there quite regularly, and then I call Dave, hey, some girls.
Okay, good. I just
But
told them.
sometimes they don't tell us. We
I'd
don't,
bring
if
it.
they're like down and tied up, we don't know. But yeah. So, but thank you.
We have public comment. Are you guys here just for the agenda?
Yeah, they're on their next item on the agenda, actually.
Okay, perfect. All right, we have new business consideration of sub-grant agreement with Mine and Seal Harrison LLC.
So basically, they are the ones that got the match on Main grant. And it's a reimbursement grant. And they're looking for us to enter into a sub-grant agreement that we pay the costs and we'll get reimbursed by the state of Michigan. And then they have a match, I put it in there, 2,453.40. So I heard that they were looking for financing for this and that was gonna solve the project and not be able to get everything completed. And I suggested that the city could do it or the DDA, so. We do it quite often with other grants. The DDA has the funds to do it. City doesn't meet for another week, so she said, well, I'd like if you ask the DDA because they're first, so. And that just gets the project moving faster, but.
So we would loan out the 24,000 and then be reimbursed from the grant money. What's that?
It's as soon as the project is finished. Yeah, so you would need, these guys are here, you know, I'll let them introduce themselves and talk to you guys about what they have going on, but once the grant agreement that we have with the state of Michigan says that upon completion of the project, we will get a check, the city of Langsberg will, and we would give it to them. If they had all their receipts in order and everything's good to go, in a cute little package.
It's a
But
pay it forward.
I did contact the state and they said that they have seen other communities do this. And they don't have any reason we can't, so. That's, I mean, basically, so then I kind of tried my hand at drawing up a little agreement, copy, rip off, duplicate, you know, what other people have done. So that's what I did here and I mean, we can run it by the attorney if you want. I mean, basically, it just pretty much says in my mind that, you know, we're gonna go ahead and pay their contractors. They're not gonna pay the contractors, we are. We're not gonna pay the contractors unless they say, hey, this is done. Go ahead and pay them. But they're gonna need some money up front to get supplies and get started and stuff like that. So basically that, I mean, that's kind of it in a nutshell. So.
Kind of to follow up the question,
Yeah.
is what is the estimated finish time?
The contractor talked today, he said 3-4 weeks on his end. We also have electricians that each have to deal with too. Hoping no more than 2 months max.
What's your project?
2 rooms in the back of the building over here. And massage therapy, esthetician.
That's the word I can't say, that one.
I don't even know what it was. Until
I'm
I
like,
already have a massage therapist ready to work, so. it's like one.
you guys want to introduce yourselves and
I'm Bethany Fulford. This is Scott. my husband.
Scott Fulford, hello. I'm on the planning commission, so I'm here regularly as well. We just at a point where we've been having the business running for over a year and a half now. Very happy, very pleased, get a lot of positive feedback from the community. We wanted to build on, and it was suggested that we apply for the grant, and we're very thankful of that. The 2 rooms are going to be built on the back. It's the salon itself and a foyer with outside exit, and the 2 rooms in the back. She said esthetician, which is like facials and things like that, and then massage therapy. So
So hope to employ up to 40.
so there's a little reporting to do and then we need all the receipts every time, I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
I don't know if we have to, if they need money to up front, then we'll need a receipt,
Probably for
you know,
planning and all that. Just like
then
I said,
we'll have to get receipts from them and the state will want proof that you've paid your 2,453.40, and I'm just suggesting that you guys write that check to the DDA or to the city, we deposit it, and that way we can prove you did pay your share, and we'll just go from there.
And that's, Jeff will probably tell you as good as anybody. The only fun part will be working the timing with the electrician. Sometimes it can be tricky to fit in, to get a couple of days here, a couple of days there to finish out and do the wiring.
Neither of those are very fun still.
Yeah. Not huge project.
Well, you're not talking 24 months. Right, yeah,
A matter of
that's
weeks,
why
it's a
I
matter of
continued
weeks.
the question.
It's,
Well,
yeah, it's a
the
simple
grant has
matter
a-
of weeks.
Yeah,
just
the
to
grant
get
has
that
a
scheduled.
deadline of December 31st.
Oh.
So,
That would
We
work
wanna get done
out
as soon
with
as
our
possible.
phase four, because we have the funds there. We just did our budget, so we have all that laid out. So, as long as it's done by
I
now.
would greatly appreciate it.
How fast does the grant pay out?
this is not a grant I've ever dealt with before, but I did contact the administrator and it's a pretty simple process. As long as we have all their receipts, they tell us the jobs they created or kept or whatever, we fill out all the reporting stuff. Sounds like they just issue us a check. So once we get everything in order, then, and it is required that it's done by December 31st. So, I mean, the concerns the DDA might want to have is that, what if it gets started and then it's not done by December 31st or,
It
Yeah.
will be though.
so, I mean, those are the
I
only,
have full faith in my contract, so that's good. but-
so,
You fired her also.
I did.
So is
It was us.
You guys-
They take.
the
too
flunkies
long.
are here.
Well, you just had family.
Well, this one here.
So
and
there's
that one
something in
there.
there.
Yeah.
Did you pay family
The what?
rate? That's what my father
Yeah.
always said, well, we're gonna raise your pay. Really? Did you accept their
Um,
family?
No.
Oh, that's right.
I got, I mean, basically, I don't know, I just, if the owner misrepresented in any way, something that they have to repay the full grant amount.
Well, and that's, I'm wondering about something that along that line is if their project doesn't complete in time,
Yeah,
then they owe.
they have to repay you. back.
Repay the grant.
I mean, I don't have any problem with that.
Because I don't think the state will after, I mean, if they don't complete on time, then the
Right.
state's not gonna pay that. I mean.
Right, and I'm
I
sure there's
understand that they're paid,
extensions
but-
and stuff like that, but correct. I mean, we could add some sort of statement that, if something goes wrong and the DDA's paid out funds, that the owner is.
Responsible for
Well, I
repayment.
think that's a,
I think it's fiscally responsible of us to put that in
Yeah.
there.
It's good business on both ends.
I mean,
That's responsible.
so, I mean, some language like that can be added, so. I mean,
I think,
you
I
guys
I
tell
think
me
if
what
we
you
have
want.
if we have the safety net of repayment, if the grant runs out, if we have safety net of repayment.
So
then-
what, I mean, do you want to give me something or you want me to make it up or? You guys got something in mind you wanted to say?
ways of it.
Yeah,
Yeah, so, let me just. So on the fly, I'm thinking just in the event of non-payment by the state for in the grant funds, that the owner will be responsible for repayment to the DDA.
and I'll just check my grant agreement with the state to see what that says. Maybe there's something
You could write
similar.
something.
Yep. But I'm glad to add that if everybody agrees that.
That's fair. Yep.
Do we want to put a timeline on that, on when it would have to be repaid by? Yeah. Like, 6 months or something. Because otherwise that could be forever. Maybe from the deadline of the grant.
I would recommend a year. That way it
Yeah, from the
doesn't
deadline of the
put
grant.
anybody
I think
under financial
Should I think that's-
strain.
Can you guys, like, be out 25,000 per year?
for a year. Not if we're doing other projects.
That was my question.
Right. So
Well,
I
that's
think,
why
I think it
what
would
she
be
said, the
6 months. So
31st.
I mean, if they, so in logically, if my project isn't gonna get done by the end of December, and I know that I owe this money, I'm gonna be going to a bank in probably 6 months, they should be able to go to a bank,
Right.
get a loan and repay us. So I
So
don't know that we
before-
wanna go
At-
beyond 6
At the
months.
end of our fiscal year.
June 30th.
Yeah.
2023. Right? Yeah. Right. I think I can, so in the event of non-payment from the MEDC, the owner will be required to repay the DDA by 6/30/2023. And I'll tweak that, make it sound all beautiful. And then we usually authorize Mark to sign this stuff, so. Or you can, yeah.
Do you need a motion to move forward with this?
If you guys want to do it, then absolutely you do.
Yeah, I'll motion to approve.
You guys can come get nice massages. I'll
Put
tell
that
my
in there.
daughter-
Don't.
My daughter's.
Oh, this is.
So I have a motion.
And I'll second it
Okay.
with the amendments.
Yep.
Yeah, I think so.
Ridsdale,
Yes.
Budnick,
Yes.
Carr,
Yes.
Hunt,
Yes.
Culpepper.
Yes.
There you go.
Thank you, everyone.
Welcome.
Oh, thank you.
See, that wasn't so bad.
No.
Do you guys know everybody here?
I know. I've met Aaron, but I think this is the mayor.
Yeah.
I know before.
I live
No one
across,
else though.
I live across the street from you,
You do?
and the house is starting beside it.
Oh.
Yeah, Richard, are you in town here too?
Okay, very good.
And Rosemary Ridsdale. I own Roseville Retreat and I currently live in Becca right now.
Okay, and I know you're happy.
Yes, yep, yep.
Bus
He's
driver,
on
Dean.
planning.
Yeah.
Ex-bus driver, right?
Ex-bus driver.
Yeah,
Yes,
that-
yes. But he's on
Correct.
planning as well.
And my name's Greg Butler.
Okay. Oh, you're the house in the corner,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay.
Do I need to give this?
Okay, cool.
Great.
I'm glad that worked out.
That weigh's way off my shoulder right now.
Get her done.
Yeah.
Jump.
I can't wait.
Business approved by next week and signed.
So he turned in all of his receipts and the work is done. So,
Motion to approve.
I'll second.
All in favor? Anyone opposed? Other training.
there's just a couple of things coming up. I think we attached them to the. If you guys are interested in any of those trainings, just let me know, or if you want to sign yourselves up, that's fine too.
One thing here during the day, right?
I don't know if all of them are during the day or not. Some of them are in the evening, and that RRC one is virtual. I think the building code one was really interesting. It's about downtown building codes and stuff, so.
Yeah, the picture just almost looked like our city.
It does, and unfortunately, due to the election, there's no way I'm gonna be able to attend that, even though it's virtual. So I called them to see if I could just sign up and then get a recording, but they weren't sure yet if there was gonna be a recording, and so. But it is kind of that one sounds interesting.
Building code.
It does look very much like our downtown.
I know,
I think those windows look just like
I
mine.
think it
There's a
is.
Farm Bureau
yeah.
office right there.
Is it?
Yeah.
It is our town, just flat.
It's flat.
It's flat, all in one. We don't have that many buildings in a row.
If you guys want to, you can email me, or you can try to sign yourselves up, so.
Is there a cost to any of it?
I don't know if there is or not, but the city will pay the training costs. Building code might have one. I think the RRC one is free.
The building program there is a cost. It looks like, it says discounts for group to 10 or more, so that usually means it's a cost.
You have a problem, you have a project? What? He said,
Anything
he
on
was
the island?
asking questions. I was like, Dave, got something.
I was coming, Dave.
He was coming to, I've been working, well, actually, I turned it over to the girls, we're working on the banners.
Okay.
As soon as the pancake breakfast over, I'm gonna start on the sidewalks with the north side sealed, but I don't want to start that until after this week, so. My agenda's pretty full this week.
How's the, so I saw they had a concert down there, how the trees work out, was working it.
I think it's actually helping. I mean, Cassie went out there and took a picture, and I showed this to the engineer, and he was like, wow, you didn't really ask for, it worked out really well, because they did actually go out and like, they used this timed thing to figure out
I
where. to put
remember
those-
that, they brought it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And so-
It's actually good shape.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it. Let's see.
And those are our trees already, right? We just.
Right, they were growing out at the lagoon area.
Alright, that's cool.
Just try to find somebody with a big enough spade to get it.
Well, look at, this is at, I think the picture says, but this one doesn't, it's like 6:30, it was after a DDA meeting, we went out there
Absolutely.
and took that picture. And it shows see what it looks like after the DDA meeting last time,
Oh, okay.
when we went out and took a picture.
Yeah.
So,
Do we need any more or that's enough? Huh?
well, those are gonna grow and
Those are gonna grow and there's.
they're gonna fill
there's
in.
four more smaller ones that are still growing.
Oh, yeah,
So,
okay.
but that shade is right on stage,
Right on line, yeah.
but
Or smaller ones growing where? Out there?
Yeah,
Okay.
that we're planning to get.
Okay.
So,
Nice.
So during the concert, it actually moved. There were times it was shaded, but there were times that I would look back at 3 trees, 2 on the right. I kind of wish were closer together.
Yeah.
Or maybe the third one was between them, because that seemed like where the sun, for the maturity, but it was better than it was before.
Yeah, good.
So,
Good.
so yeah, I think Paula just said they're gonna grow and they're gonna fill in. I
Right.
think when that happens, that's gonna,
Couple years. you'll
I mean, that would be the
back.
concern for me for putting any more in there, is that they would crowd each other.
Yeah.
The
So,
spade
and we don't want to block view from the other side of the park, because
Right.
people sometimes sit over on the other path,
Right.
But I mean, I do think that, yeah, obviously the shade is gonna move when the sun moves, and, the later in the season, the earlier in the season, it's gonna move around, but people are huddling under them, I think they are providing some
Yeah.
cooling, so I think it was a good investment.
Oh, that was cool. They brought us a program in here and showed us where the trees would go at different times of the day. So that's, yeah, it was-
we could go another couple of concerts being later in the summer, and they could be perfectly placed.
Yeah.
right? You're not gonna.
Try to hit that happy.
The
medium.
trees don't move.
Yeah.
But when the sun is in the sky, it
Yeah.
does.
Right,
And
yeah.
So,
Well, it's kind of like as it is here, it's just like on the football field.
Yeah.
At the high school, I mean, when you go to a football game, all you do is sit and stare at the sun, because they put the home team on the sun side. Put the visitors in the sun.
Outdoor season.
Yeah, I just need
Okay.
Mark to come in and sign it in.
Do you happen to know, I'm gonna ask you about the flowers. Do you happen to know if more flowers have been planted?
Like if Boyd
Observation of
did
that,
extra
if
ones.
Boyd did extra? Okay.
I told her I couldn't.
I'm gonna call him.
Oh, the extra balls.
Yeah.
Well, we opted for the, yeah. We opted for the extra plants and bulbs, but bulbs won't be till the fall, but I don't know if we did it because the contract is incomplete, so I'll call him. Call Mark.
We did get the blocks replaced going up the steps to the post office. But keep in mind, I bought tooth and nail plywood blocks. They don't make that style anymore, so we have to do it again. Give some thought to that.
So do the blocks match now?
Or they're different now?
They are as close as we
Close
can
as
get.
Okay.
That was
They're
on
all there, they're not chewed up from salt.
the Roosevelt Road there.
Yes,
So is
going
that
up
coming up
to the post office. Yeah. The first two on each step was just chewed up from salt.
All right.
It's Michigan, you're not gonna change that. So,
Anything else?
That's it.
6. All right.